All right, hey everybody, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. These are the days that we love, right? We've experienced some days that we hate. We don't really hate them; it's just part of the plan. But these are the days that we love. Look at this, y'all. The Nasdaq up 2.88%. The E-minis up 2%. And we know since we're doing our TQs that this is really, really, really strong. So we should be up way big today, right? I'm about getting fed up with this chart, though. It's not what you won't stay. It just moves. I don't know why it does that, but work on it. See, it's crazy. Never had so much trouble with charts in my life. But as you can see, we are above everything. I mean, volume is trickling down a little bit. But look at this AD, y'all, 446. I mean, it's just a bullish, bullish, bullish day. So let's look at our volume profile. And I think Rod posted this earlier. I mean, this thing is amazing. And we caught the low right here. We said we're overbought. So what do? We go into the fair value zone, triggering around here. And now what do? We've popped up. Look at this. We start right on that line of oversold for this range. So now we're fairly valued here. And we talked about these gaps filling. Certainly some of the gaps filled, but we skipped some of those. So what would we say? Well, we're fairly priced now. So the assumption would be probably a run up at least to the 47.25, 50% line. Let's look at NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ futures. See what we're doing there. Hey. Check it out. What do? We're oversold. So we say, no, we've got to be fairly priced. So we're fairly priced. Now we're at the 50% line, fairly priced. Here's the point of control. But the longer we spend here, the point of control is probably going to shift up. So we're probably at the new point of control, which is really, really cool. Really cool. All right. I think the biggest thing that tipped us off, though, was the screwdriver. The screwdriver allows us to shoot fish in the bucket. So 5.2 is 5.2. What 500 is 58. 58 away. So let's look at that. Yesterday we were at 71. Today we're at 58. So today is 21. This allows us to shoot fish in the bucket because we know that this is an extreme. 95, 96 is an extreme. What happens in extremes is that this will correct itself. The only problem is we don't know how quickly it will correct itself, but it looks like within a couple of days that this kind of goes back down to 39. We're at 95, now we're at 58. Where do we anticipate this going? Back down into this area, which would be very bullish for the market. Now, really, this is telling us what the big boys are doing. So the big boys right now are not buying puts. That's what this is telling us. Right? They're not buying puts. They're getting more, they're just business as usual. So this is a bullish sign on the market. So we got a couple things that are showing us that we're bullish. We've got zero triggers here. There we go. So we doing good. No trigger here. No trigger here. Oh yeah. No trigger there. There's nothing to do, is there? So we're doing well. All right. So Bob, old Bobby O'Pal, what are we going to do? That's a good question. So what we're going to do is check out our hedges. It's always a good thing to do. And y'all do the same thing every day, right? Every day. Here's what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do. We're broken records here. But I can tell you from watching people close to me who trade that don't have plans, they just, oh, look, I'm going to do a broken wing butterfly on this today. Oh, look, I think I'm going to do this today. They don't have a strategy. You and I have strategies. And with strategies, it can be kind of boring. And they're having a lot of fun picking all different kind of stocks. Oh, look, I got a feeling this Bitcoin's going to do this or this one's going to do this. Yeah, that's fine. But guess what? They're losing money. All right, so we do 4 vol steps. We do up to 15. Then we're going to go make sure we set our price slices, 15, 10, 5, 5, negative 12, negative 20. Then we're going to do high simulations. We're going to do portfolio beta weight. Then we're going to single symbol because we'd like to see what our hedges all by themselves, how they're doing. How's the Black Swan hedge doing? So we're thinking if we get a 20% sudden down move and volatility pops like it should, we should be up $90,000. You'll see that all over the left, $90,000. What about with the whole portfolio there, Bobby Pal? How's that look? Okay, so it doesn't look as good, but it still looks good, right? 20% down, we're up $13,000. All right, great. So we know that our hedges are good. All right, so I need to show y'all what I did last night because I was like, I can't let this get away if we turned. So I did close one of my naked puts in my 111 at over 50%. I think it was 82% profit. So I've already done that. I did that at looks like 5 o'clock this morning as I couldn't sleep because I was so excited about the markets. So we're up about $3 grand on the day and looking really, really, really good. Let's look at the other count. It's up $2,300 on the day. So, you know, it's doing good. Now, keep in mind, if we had gone by, and I don't mind looking at these things, if we had gone by this little signal, would y'all place it? Of course, the Brennan Capital or whatever, you know, Brennan, if they, you know, Brennan Capital on, you know, they said to get out of TQs. They told us to get out TQs, and they may be right. We don't know. But for this day, they ain't right because my TTQ Empire is up $2,800 on the day. Isn't it interesting that with all the hedges we have, and they're losing, right? ES is losing, ES, but because we've got the other things in here, we're still up what we should be up on our TQs. The reason that happens is you want to keep your deltas at roughly the deltas of your TQs. Everybody see that? I mean, it's very apparent that we don't want these deltas to be significantly different than our TQQ deltas. If they are, we're negating the power of our income strategy, and then TQQ is our income strategy, right? So that's why we run, and then we just let Lacello and his algorithm tell us how to get in and out. Okay. Poor Beth's working on getting the shower unplugged. I got me a good woman, y'all. She's in there just to plunge it away. All right. So what do we do? It's a good question. Let's go to our, let's do this. We need to do our 111 trade. Let's do that first. Then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. So let's go do us a 111 because these are fun, y'all. Oh, I know y'all were griping and groaning. The market was down, but the market's up. So let's put on another one. Let's just look at what we got here. Curve analysis. Let's do the / here we are. Oh man. Let's see, what's this password? All right, so let's do our MESs, pairs, analysis. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, I love this. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? But Bob, you're losing money. No, we're not. Remember, we've already made our money on this because we're closing these naked puts down. But look what we've created, y'all. We have created a profit engine. Look at this all the way down to where? 3,020. Unbelievable. Is this correct? How can this be right? Is this right? What the heck? What we got here, Bob? My God, it's a train. I was gonna say it was a school bus, but it's a train. So how do I do this? See how far that thing goes. Unbelievable. Jump on the bus, people. Is that right? Sure I got trade, show positions. Yep, show positions. I guess it is right. That don't seem right, does it? Copy, give me a second. All right, so let's go to our table mode. Let's put another one on because we like these little puppies. So where do you want to go? 45, 55, 45, 55. Every time, I know the strategies really calls for 45, but I just, for some reason, I like 60 days. 60, just now. Why do I like 60 days? Probably because my good buddy Karen, the super trader, says she likes 60 days. Well, 56 days. I'm enamored by my gal Karen. By the way, I'm going to try to call her today. I've got her phone number. I'm just going to Karen, sweet Bobby, what up? I don't know. I probably just mailed before. She's my gal. All right. So what we do is we move these down till we get them where $10, right? Now I thought about something else while I was, dreaming last night. I started thinking, yeah, you can put these things closer to the money. Definitely do that. So what if we were to go? Let me show you something. What if you want to do one here, right? $16.25. So I want to collect about twice that. So I could put it here. Ken, just to get your mind working, because Ken's moving his naked component up anyway. So here, if you double that, what, $33? So then you can put one there and then sell one at $33. How about that? And that's a 15% probability of being in the money. And all that does is makes our, once we start harvesting these things, it makes our downward part of this even stronger. So there's all different kind of ways you could do it. So just because you and I are doing these the way Tom showed us, buying them for 10, selling them for 20, you could put it much closer to the money. It is up to you. And so we can use our screwdrivers and all this kind of stuff to kind of make those decisions too, right? But I'll follow the plan because I'm an obedient servant. About $10. $10. Let's get stuck. Oh, $10. Let's go down one more for $9.75. Let's bump it up to 10 because I've never failed at. I said let's bump it up. Ta-da! So, oh, Bobby O'Pass. So now we got to put debit spread. So now let's go sell something to what you say pay for it. Isn't that cool? Let's do 20.50. Let's sell that lady right there. Let's get us some premium gummy. Ta-da! And the cool thing is on a 40-something thousand dollar account, 43, 44, 45, whatever this is, I still got $14,000 worth of buying power. Isn't that cool? Now, so let's look at our overall grades. For 200 positive, -2, which is very manageable, and we've got theta of -26. So in that case, I mean, that -26 isn't too bad when you're holding TQs, right? So, I mean, I don't like negative theta per se, but that's not going to kill the power of my TQs going up. Look at that. I mean, look at this. All of a sudden, we're not necessarily theta traders. We are directional traders with TQQQ, which you may or may not like. But we get signals to buy and sell based on movement in the market, and we're fine with that. So I'm fine with all of this. The only thing I do is I will look and see if there's something I can take off the naked component of some of my options, right? If some of these are at 50%, then take them off because you've got a free debit spread, debit put spread. So this one is at 950, well, 1025. So if I could close one of these at $10, then I would have on a free debit spread. Everybody win. Let's try to close one up. Why not have a free put debit spread? Oh my God, y'all, we got the greatest plan ever. Now let's go to the curve. Let's go to the analysis. Now, oh my gosh, this is sweet. Show my position. Unbelievable. Is that right? For some reason, I'm sitting there going, that can't be right. Well, I guess it is. Look at that, y'all. Oh my God. It makes me teary-eyed, even though I'm not sure it's exactly correct showing all my positions. I know it's showing some of them. That's just pretty. That's sweet. That's a hedge, people. That's a hedge. But Bobby, you're losing. No, I'm not. I'm not losing money up here. Now I'm losing on the put spread, but it's free. It's a free spread. We've already got our profit. Matt Jollywally. Unbelievable. He has escaped from his training to join us. Matt, I thought you were going to be here this week. What's up?
Well, He gave us like a 2-hour lunch break. So
You know what? It ain't gonna be long before Matt's gonna tell the man he's gonna take a 2-hour lunch break. Huh? Matt?
exactly.
I mean, you'll be like, I'm the dude, man. I'm the dude. All right, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna do the same trade 111 over my other account. Now I've already taken off risk last night. Matt didn't see it, but Matt, last night I took off 2 of my naked puts right at 550 because I was like, I ain't letting it get away this time. I'm gonna take it. In hindsight, I should have waited until we got together, but I was thinking that the market might reverse, So I took off a little bit of risk last night. So there's no risk I've got to take off today. So let's go put our 111 on. Then we're gonna do something really fun. Something really fun. All right, so we go to my macros. We're gonna go between 45 60 days, and I'm just a 55 to 60 day guy. And I'm going to do the 45.20, 44.70, 45.20. I say the 45.20. I'm gonna buy that one. Buy. Hold your control key down and do the 44.70.
Bobby, when trading on your phone, do you ever pay attention to anything like the totals or Greeks or anything that your phone says? Because
I really don't.
mine are different from what desktop says.
Yeah, I really don't. And the problem is because we trade futures, for some reason, they will not give us the beta weighted SPY. I don't know why.
On the cell phone?
Yeah, on the cell phone, the deltas are incorrect. So I don't even know what my deltas are there. So it kind of ticks me off a little bit. And I'd have to, sometimes if I wanted to know, I'd have to call them, but I don't. So I really don't even mess with that with my Greeks, if I'm on my phone. And remember,
just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one that.
No, you're not the only one. And keep in mind, I never traded desktop until I started with y'all. I mean, I really didn't. I mean, maybe once a week I would go in and check my analyze tab, but I was at work all the time, so I had to, do just like you're doing. That, you're at the office, you got to do the phone. And after a while, I was like, God, I hate this. And then all of a sudden, I like trading on the phone better than I like, trading on the computer. So then when I go on vacation, then I switch. So then I don't even take my computer. I just trade on the phone. And it's so fun. What we got now is we got this, cool little plan. You just come in, you just do your stuff. If the market crashes, you may be down big, but we don't care because we're buying additional shares. And it's really kind of cool, right? What we got going on here. So why don't we do this? I'm gonna see if there's any more risks that I need to take off. So I got some 10-day options here. Let's see where my nakeds come in. I think as soon as I get off, I'm gonna call Karen the Super Trader. I found the number somewhere. Wouldn't that be a who? I think I recorded it too. Heck, we ought to just do it live. Wow. So here's one, so we sold this for 60, 25. That's saying I sold that for 60, 25. Was that a Black Swan hedge or something? Maybe I took off my wrong longs, y'all. What am I doing here? Unbelievable. If I sold that for 60, 25 and it's 825, I ought to be closing. I bet you that was part of a Black Swan hedge. Bobby Gaines, you deleted some of your Black Swan hedge last night, you fat black glass wearing 9-toed bastard. What do we do here? I sold those for 54.75. What, Beth? She's down there fussing about something. She said. What? What did you say? I can't hear what you're saying. What are you fussing about, honey? What are you fussing? She said if she gets it unclogged, I'm paying you how much? $150. Hey, if y'all need some plumber services, Beth apparently is opening her plumbing. Now, here's the thing, y'all, and I can talk about it because he won't never listen to this. But so I've got a guy doing some work around the house, but he texts me and he's like, "Hey, man, can you go ahead and send me $100? I got to pick up some supplies." And that just, and I was gonna do it, but Beth's like, "I ain't sending him a dime." And then he was like, "Hey, man, I need some money. You know, can I come over and do this?" And I'm like, "Well, we're gonna be gone today." It's kind of pushy on stuff. And then he's kind of high on what he charges too, I think. So Beth's like, so I got him to come and he was going to work on this on our shower being stopped up. But Beth is down there, buddy, and she's working that stuff. She got some vinegar, she got some liquid plumber, she got the plunger. What else she got? She got some wrenches, and I mean, the girl's going to work. I married a hardy woman, you know. So she gets it done. I'll pay you 150. All right, so what are we talking about? I was talking about taking off ribs, but I think I've already taken off stuff I shouldn't take off. Unbelievable, Bobby. You sleep night. How do you sleep at night, Bobby? How do you sleep at night knowing you doing all this crap that you shouldn't be doing? All right, so I get filled on that, right? All right, so let's go put that one in a group. Sorry. Oh, and I got in a fight with a guy on Facebook last night, and he told me he knew where he lived. And I thought, okay, I'm coming to your work today, son. I said, I'm going to tell your boss. And I said, I am friends with the sheriff of Haralson County. When I was at the radio station, you know, I said, hey, we fixing to come to your, what was that, man? I said, I'm fixing to come to your place of employment. You don't threaten me, pal. He said, I know where you live. I know who your neighbor is. And I thought, son, you better stop it right there. Y'all know I'm a fighter, not a lover. You don't threaten me. What is this, about the 39th one of these things we got going on? There we go. There we go. All right, now here's what we're going to do, y'all. So I got that taken up. Got everything in their little places. So here's what we're going to do. If I'm up $3,000, now I know we're still down, y'all. I know we're still down because we had a rough week last week or whatever, but how am I not going to put on another hedge? How am I not going to buy another hedge? First of all, let's see what VIX is doing. When is it time for us to put on our next VIX hedge? It's not time yet, is it? Let's check. Remember, I told you we don't check VIX enough, but you're up $2,000 in the account and you're going to be greedy and not put on your hedge. Look at this. It's coming back down. We'll put it back on when we get back in here. Let's see what our positions are. We have them in the 14-day. We have them in the 42-day. We got them in the 70-day. We got them in 97. So we got about 13 more days before we put one on. So if we get that VIX coming down about right at this level, I mean, look, y'all, this is what it does. It swings. Cycle, 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 cycle. So we'll wait till the cycle comes down here and we'll put on another VIX hedge. But in the meantime, Mr. Bridge, why don't we put on a full Black Swan hedge? Aha. Let's see if we can find one. I mean, I ain't even talking about the minis. Now, you got a smaller account, Matt? Of course, do it in the micros. All right, we'll look for one in the micros. But I'm going to come out here. I'm going to buy me a hedge. I made $3,000 today. Bulls make money. Bears make money. Fat hogs get slaughtered. So let's go. We won't go more than 60 days, right? And let's see where we got our $3 at. $3.80 here, $3.65 there. We would rather, you know, it be the 2,500, 2,450, but we don't have that, or the 2,400, 2,350. We don't have that. So we could do the 2,550, 2,500. Let's go out one more. 73. Let's get 83 days. There's the $3, but look, it's 100 wide. That's a little too wide for us. So we'd have to go here to the 5 to the 5. We don't want to do that. Let's see what the 101 looks like. AM settled. I don't like that. PM settled. Ooh, I don't like those stripes. What does AM settled look like? 22. See, we've got 100 wide there. I don't like that. And I don't want to go over 120 days. Let's go 114. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I don't have $3 stripes there. So I think our best one, where was it? Right here, 73. Yeah, 2,550, 2,500. So we'll sell 3 of these. We'll pay a little more than we want to pay, but you know, hey, we make $3,000 a day. Bob, you gonna be a greedy son of a gun, or you gonna be a benevolent little joker? You buy 5 of those. See how much this costs me. It cost me $6.30, which means it'll be $3.22.5. $322.50. Yep, and that's sweet. But why do it? Right? Why do this trade? Well, let's see. Old Bobby. Let's do analyze trade. Always good to analyze. So now we got ES, 4 vol steps, 15%. Let's go to single symbol. And let's go to hide positions. That's fringe. And just show our one little trade. Here we are. Make sure you undo it. It goes flat. Yep, so that's the only one. So by spending, you know, a little bit of money here, then we get some groovy protection, right? We get $2,019 of protection, 20% fee. Well, that's not exactly true because you got to take into consideration the vol increase, what happens on the drop. So that gives me $19,000 of protection. Would I spend $300 to protect my account by $20,000 when I've made $3,000 in a day? Well, heck to the yeah. Heck yeah. So how does it look with everything together? Hide positions, we'll go show all, single symbol. So this is how you do it, y'all. So now, remember we were going to be up $90,000. So now we're up $109,000. Isn't that cool? You find us a little black swan hedge. Now, if you don't want to spend this much, do your little hedge today, be good in the micros. Do your little micro hedge, no problem there. So let's go see what it's still going for. 645 still. So let's see if we get filled. Confirm and send. 645. Oh, heck, it's one of them that's gonna make me do the price, isn't it? Unbelievable. Unstinking. All right, here we go. You think I know this, but great. All right, we'll appease you by going up to 650. How about that? Little monster, you little monster. There we go. Ta-da! Now we got some black swan hedge. Isn't that cool? Because we don't want to be a fat hog. So let's put this in. Let's see, we got BSH 16th, we got 12th, we got 14th, we got BSH. Good Lord, Beth is just working down there. Go, honey, go. I hear she's going at it. Yeah. Play with Beth. I knew when I married her. Here's what my pastor at my church told me. He said, Bobby, when you get married, you need to find you a woman with good feet, good teeth, and a good back. And I said, why? He said, let me tell you something. Those are the most expensive things on a woman. He said, if they got bad, any of those, he said, it's going to cost you a fortune. And I was like, I'll be done. So what are we going to call this? BSH, what was it, 17? And sure enough, I thanked him the other day on Facebook. He said, Bobby, I'm glad you took my advice. Because Beth's got good teeth, great teeth. She got good back. She got good feet. All right. So now we got all of our BSHs in. Oh, so what we want to do is we want to do that in the same other account, don't we? Let's see what our working orders are doing. There we go. Come on down, little baby. We're going to get y'all filled too and get y'all in the black swan hedge business as well. All right, so let's see. Field orders. We did a 2550, 2500. And what? So let's go over here. ES trade. What was it? 73 days. And we sold. I say we sold the 550. Yeah. Sell this one. Sell 3 of these. And if you don't have a lot of buying power, you better buy you ones first, right? Let's see if we're going to bump this up to 3. See if we got the buying power to do it. Maximum loss is $381,000. Ta-da! Cost me $1,080 in buying power. So when you start seeing things like this, you go, oh God, I can't lose $381,000. That's why we're going to buy the 5, y'all. Everybody with me? We're going to buy the 5. Everybody cool now. Just going to sell 3 of them. chunky, ka-chunky monkey. And then we're going to buy 5 of these. Can't do it in the same order over here. Don't. There we go. Say 5. Buy 5. We're going to try to down this some because I don't like paying a lot. Let's see if we get to 355. Ha ha! Should have went to 350. Fat slob. All right. So now we got a beautiful little black swan head here. See what our little ES positions look like. And analysis. See nothing. See nothing. I guess we're way down there. It didn't show anything. Let's see what it show. Theo, expiration, analysis, curve. Unbelievable. That's what all we do. It does show positions. I swear it says show positions, trade, show positions, display, show positions. See if I can keep on kicking this thing. See what we look like down here. Sure, we got some positions down here. We just put them on. Unbelievable. How far down are we? Jeez Louise. You tell me we got nothing down here. Default analysis. Anybody know why it's not showing? It's breaking my heart. Look at there. Oh yeah, that ain't showing nothing down there. Unbelievable. We can see my stuff, y'all. We see we've got them there. All right, so let's go back. So what have we done today? Let's think about it. We took risk off in a 1-1-1 trade, right? We did that at 5 o'clock in the morning. I actually took 2 of them. So I'm put on a 1-1-1 trade today. And because I'm a benevolent investor, I use part of my $3,000 per daily profit to just bump up my black swan hedge. No need to be greedy. So we got it. All right, question. Isn't it good? I mean, think about what we got here. We've got a plan. All right, we've got a plan. Your mama, your daddy, your uncles, your aunts, and all the little people out there, they're just looking for the next trade. They look, what can I trade today? Maybe I'll do, Dropbox, or I'll do, I don't know, whatever the stock of the day is. GME, GameStop. We'll do all those. You and I don't got to look for nothing. That's what's good about it. We don't have to look for anything. We just put our, what are you in UPro? Are you in TQs? Are you in Apple? Good Lord. Bet you got it then, didn't it? Sound like something went down. Problem is my daughter, she's got like Beyonce hair, right? Is out here. And when she gets in our shower, and she does, because we got the nice big shower with the 2, we got the, what, Beth? Yeah, everybody wants our shower because it's got the 2 things on it. And it's got the nice rocks and all that kind of stuff. But I'm keeping her out of there because apparently she sheds like a guinea pig. So you can't shed in my shower and stop our shower up because Beth's doing down there working for an hour. Now y'all hear in the background. She got all kind of tools down there. How's it looking, Beth? I can't wait to go get me a chair and sit up and just watch her work. I made a mistake one time, not long after we got married. I was watching a football game. I had my feet propped up on the ottoman, and Beth was sweeping, and she asked me to move my feet when she was sweeping, and I said, there ain't nothing more attractive than watching a woman work, and that did not go over well. She did not like that at all. I've learned my lesson. All right, so what are we talking about? What was I saying? Oh, so you and I don't have to come in and find trades every day. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to do a 1-1-1 trade, or you could do your daily, whatever. I like the 1-1-1 better now. So I've abandoned my daily short put, micro put, to doing the daily 1-1-1 trade, which works really, really well. Then when your naked component gets to 50% profit, you can close it and take off risk, because then you've got a free put debit spread, y'all. Oh, how beautiful is that? So you got a free put debit spread. And then you keep putting these things on, you keep harvesting, putting them on. And I think it's better than doing the 1-1-1 trade that we were doing once a month. I mean, the what is that? Space trip trade. So we did the 1-1-1. Then, on big day ups, that's the best time to put you on another black swan hedge. Yeah, if you got a smaller account or you don't want to do a whole big one, don't want to spend $300 of your profits, do a $30 one in the micros and beef that up. So, it's kind of cool. I'm reading all these Reddit groups with the leverage ETFs and the TQQ groups, and they're like, oh man, you can't put more than 50% in TQQ. And I'm like, yeah, but y'all don't have the hedges. So market may laugh at us, market may say, hey, y'all don't know what y'all doing. It may humble us one day, but I think the cool thing is we've got these hedges. So that's what allows us to be in a very volatile and explosive asset as TQQQ. Then when you get in the mindset of, hey, it's a crash type day, then you go, well, my hedges will be working, but I'll be buying additional shares of TQ at a much better price, which reduces your cost basis. So to me, is it the perfect plan? I think for me it is. I'm really, really excited about it. I went to the doctor yesterday and I was telling my phlebotomist, I don't know, that's the person that takes your blood. And I sit there and she was so sweet. Beth, I didn't tell you this. My little phlebotomist went ahead and took the little gloves, the little medical gloves, and she filled it up with hot water and she tied it in a knot for me to put there. She already knows how scared I am. And so if you do that, that helps your veins pop up. As I'm sitting there, I said, girl, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you the $1 million formula. Because she's always talking about her boyfriend likes to invest. And I said, how's your boyfriend's portfolio? And she goes, well, and I said, oh, no, you dumped him, didn't you? And she's like, no, we're still together. She says, but he says that my portfolio is doing better than his. And I said, well, how cool. So she was telling me what stocks she was in. And I was telling her, she's 23 years old. 23 years old. I said, girl, start out with $1. I said, do you have $1? She says, yes, I do. I said, I want you to open your Roth IRA. I want you to put $500 in the month. 500 times 12 is 6,000. That's the maximum at this stage. And they go up every year or so. But right now, you put $6,000 a year into your Roth IRA so that you have no tax consequence, on all this stuff that you do. And I said, I want you to put $500 a month toward TQQQ and never look at it. She wrote it all down. And I said, based on the back test, you're going to have $1.8 million in 10 years. Now, you should have seen the other two phlebotomists in there. And I said, y'all a little bit older. I said, but y'all can do this too. Y'all can do it. And so I think everybody got excited at the thing. And I said, but listen, this is not for the faint of heart. We are going to have days when we're going to be down. I mean, there are going to be days when we are, kicked in the teeth. But it's kind of like Matt said in the group. He said, heck, it seems like the market does better when I don't even look at it. Yeah. So if you got a smaller account, then just dollar cost average into it. Don't worry about all these options trades. Hell, just DCA. So let's say she puts $500 into TQs her first month, and TQs dropped by 50%. She's lost $250. But her time horizon is going to be 10 years or more. And I was telling her, I said, in the NASDAQ, you've got Costco, you've got Apple, you got Facebook, you got the two Google, you got Pepsi. Remember, we stopped drinking Cokes and now we drink Pepsi. You got Costco. You got all these great companies in there. And guess what? If any one of those underperform, they're going to get kicked out of the index. In December, I don't know when, they kick out the underperformers and they put in new companies, new blood. that are supposed to be overperformers. Now, do we know that for sure? No. So we got a great plan. Now, and there's other ways that we could say, hey, there may be times we'll switch from TQs to ERDI. Well, what's the ERDI? ERDI is the Russell. Let's see. Oh, I hate to see I've seen their final grading. All right, so I can't understand why kids got F's in my class. It just makes no sense to me. All right, so here we go. So right now, if we were looking at this is a 1 hour chart on 3 months, on a 3 month chart. There's 3 month chart, 1 hour. What's doing better? Well, UPRO is right at they're virtually identical. So at this point, we could say, we could be in either one of these. Now, ERDI is an underperformer here, but let's say that ERDI starts, kicking itself up and becomes a overperformer, then there's a good chance that we would say, hey, we'll go to the mid caps or we'll go to ERDI. This is 3x the Russell. This is 3x mid caps. This is the S&P 500. This, of course, TQ. So we can, by comparison chart, say, well, wonder which one we should be at. If we were doing this back here, maybe it should have been, we should have been in, at some point. Let's see, where did it overtake it? Right here. See, the ERDI it overtook everything but, what is this? UMDD. So here, we probably should have been in UMDD, rode this wave up. But you don't know. Or you can just choose your poison and go with it. Choose one of these. UPRO, TQs, what do you think? Mid caps or ERDI? We're using leverage ETLs, and then we're doing TMF. Let's say TMF. There's our little TMF. And then we've got this little thing that says, hey, we're going to get out totally if linear regression. We love linear regression. I don't look at it often, but I look at it often enough that I know where it's at. I know where this thing is, right? And even during this recent little kabunki, we were never out of the channel. Look at that. So you're saying, wait a minute, Bobby, we don't invest in SPY. We're in the TQs. I know, but this is kind of what I believe we're going to use to give us the trigger of whether to be in TQs or not. Now, if we go to the last day of December the 31st, and if this is going to close below the 200 daily moving average, make sure you're on a daily chart, right? Daily chart, then we will put all of our money in TMF and cash. We'll get out of this. Now, we're not going to tell our spreadsheet that we're out of it, because why? What happens when the overall market falls below here? We're going to get signals to buy additional shares of TQQ. That's why I don't want to tell it that we're out of it. So I don't know how to update the spreadsheet. I wish I could, say, hey, wait a minute, we're cheating now. We're going to tell the spreadsheet that we're in, so that it still gives us the signals, but we're not really in the components. I don't know how we'll do that. Or heck, you don't have to get out of TQ or UPRO or whatever. Stay in it and just buy your additional shares, even as that thing goes down. Because our theory, Dr. Jim teaches the theory to practice, right? He's like, this is theory, but let's go to practice. So the practical point, we don't know how things are going to win. We're in theory, we're protected in the event of a market collapse. We've got hedges that work really, really nicely. We're going to have to see if that's going to protect us sufficiently in TQs, but I believe, and don't believe some old fat guy in a camouflage hat that's got his wife downstairs working as the plumber. Don't trust me. And she is still just a plunger. God love her. Don't trust me. Do your own work. Go to Portfolio Visualizer. See what investing in the TQs over the last 10 years would have done. Look, though, and notice that you would have had a 50% drawdown. So let's say you get your account to $1 million. And all of a sudden you get a 50% drawdown, you're down to $500,000. Are you going to be able to stomach that? So we don't think we're going to go down to $500,000 because we've got these hedges in place. But it's you know, we're taking risk here. Nobody puts baby in the corner, right? Baby don't sit in the corner. Baby could sit in the corner her whole life, but no, you know what baby did? She got out of the corner and she danced the lambada or whatever that was with Patrick Swayze. And I was in the dance competition, a little Dancing with the Stars thing that we had locally. And the little gal that I was dancing with, we tried to do that little thing where she was going to go jump in my arms and I was going to pick her up, but she weighed a little bit more than I could handle. I should have, you know, done a few more bench presses. I wasn't quite able to throw her up like Patrick did, but I was trying. All right, questions. Everybody good? I mean, y'all. I mean, are you all excited? Uh-oh, Matt's got to leave for class. Okay. Maybe he'll be back tomorrow. I mean, are y'all excited? I mean, this is a great thing. I mean, we got this whole little plan together. I just like it because we don't have to chase stocks. Oh, y'all seen us chase stocks and DocuSign and DraftKings and all that garbage. I'm not worried. Let's just pick us an index. I kind of like leverage index. If you don't want to do this, do SPY. You can do this whole program we're doing in SPY. Now, you ain't going to make as much money as we're going to make, but you're not going to lose as much theoretically when the market goes boom. So I'm really, really, really happy. I mean, I'm so happy. I'm like, I'm barely sleep. Barely sleep. And then you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you go, let's take risk calls, man. And it's great because now I got a free hedge on. Oh, where else but America, y'all? Where else? And we got all these people bitching and moaning that, you know, the world is against them. The man is against me. I can't work in a job. They treat me like animals. They won't pay me. If I go to the bathroom more than 5 minutes, you know, they're coming after me, and I'm reading all that stuff. And I go, y'all, there's a better way. If you'll just look here, you make $3,000 in a day. If you'll just take $1 and put $500 in a month, dollar cost average, and go into TQs. And then if you really want to get smart with it, you know, use our little thingy here. You see it to tell you when to buy and make additional decisions. Isn't it great? And dollar cost average yourself into something really, really sweet. Joe, Jose, you got something, Joe? You gonna say something? Yeah, very excited, low stress too. Rod, please tell me you got this still going in your 401k. Remember, now Rod got a little, he got scared one day. Got scared one day. We all get scared someday. We're better off just not looking at the darn thing, to be honest. So if you got a 401k, what would you do? Here's what I would do. I would go, if you can do a leverage ETF or individual ETF like that, then I would go, you know, 55% UPRO or 55% TQs, and then I do 45% or 50%, split them up 50-50, 50% TMLs or 45% TML. And then every quarter rebalance. Now, if you've got a way that you can hedge in a separate account and run your hedges in a, okay, Jose, sorry, just jumped on late. Well, good to have you, Jose. Ross says, yes, still in, paid my stupid tax and learned my lesson. Yeah, because we're bad at timing the market. We're bad at timing the market. And people, you know, when I went in, probably said, man, you're dumb. You're putting all that much money in, $36,000 in a $50,000 account, going into TQs. Well, you're a moron. Well, I'm a moron to the fact of $9,334 if I hadn't done a single hedge. That's kind of moronic attitude I like. Right? So, you know, I think what we got to get used to is we're going to have swings. You're going to have big swings down, you're going to have big swings up. But overall, unless, you know, capitalism is taken over by socialism and we become a communist nation, I think we're going to be fine. And as long as and here's the deal, we got all these great companies that are already international companies. You say, boy, don't we need an international component? No, because Pepsi sells international. How about that? Microsoft, Apple, Google sell international. So we really don't need an international component. I think we're broadly diversified in what we have by the 102 stocks that are in the NASDAQ 100. Really. So cool stuff. Now, one thing I am going to work on, I'm going to work on this rebalancing tab a little bit. I won't change this up because I would like to. So now it goes, if you want to be 90% invested in TQs and TMF, I need to sell 13 shares or sell 12. It's basically said I'm over. But what I want to do is to fix this to say, okay, I want my TQs to be 72%. I want my TMF to be 18%. Now, how much do I share? How many shares do I need to buy or sell? So I'm working on that. So it's going to be a process. So we're kind of doing this. We kind of know the what we're doing every day. I mean, we kind of know, but we really don't know. We really don't know what we're going to do at the end of the year to rebalance. So I'm going to try to work on that after I get all my kids' stuff graded for my little college classes, because they're doing all their work at the last minute. So we'll work it out. But if you ever got a question, you go, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do today. Well, shoot me a text or, shoot me a message. We'll get it taken care of. But it's really, really exciting. I do highly recommend that you guys, you got to do the reading. You got to read the Lacello book. Some of you hadn't read it. I don't think you fully grasp what we've got here until you read the Lacello book. So there's no excuse. You got to get the book. You got to read it. I shared 2 additional books with you that you got to read. You got to read the 3% trigger or whatever it is, and you got to read the cash trigger book. You got to read those. You got to read those. You got to know. You can't just trust some goofy booger, that none of y'all have ever met in person. You can't trust me. I'm telling you. I mean, I try to do the best work that I can. I try to sufficiently sniff out everything that I possibly can, but you ultimately have got to make it your own. Because I want y'all, nobody depends on me. Nobody. You got to, if heaven comes down, I get hit by a freight train tomorrow. You got to know how to do this. You've got the spreadsheet, it's already built for you, but you got to know, hey, here's the plan. And yeah, am I writing down the plan? Yes, I am. And we'll get y'all to review the plan from the whole 9 yards. But I'm excited about the plan. Matter of fact, what I like to do, I would like to do it this year, but I think I'll wait till next year. I don't think I got enough time. But the little plan that I told the little old gal at my phlebotomist, I'm sitting there going, that probably resonates with a lot of young people. And I thought about, what if I taught a class and I charged like $50 for the 10-year millionaire class, and then we give all the money to Toys for Tots or something? Wouldn't that be great? So we may do some stuff like that over the next year to where we raise some money for some charity. I think it'd be good, and we give people a good little deal to help them with their finances, because they don't know. That's what I figured out. People have 401ks and they don't know what to do with them, and people have IRAs and they buy CDs, and they're not making money. My own son comes to me. He says, Dad, I'd like to open a savings account. I said, why? He said, I want to save my money. I said, well, you're going to lose money in a savings account. You're not going to make no money. I said, he's got about $300. I said, dude, let me tell you something. What I'd do is I'd buy 2 shares of TQQQ at your age. He's 11 years old. And I said, let it ride, get in the market. But he amazingly, can you imagine this? My son, 11 years old, is too risk averse. He is too risk averse. He said, Dad, I don't want to do that. I want to put it in a savings account. I just will open them a savings account and let him lose money. Because with inflation, you're going to lose the purchasing power of your dollar. So we've got to do something where we take risk. It is a part of going out of the cage. We go out of the cave, not cage. It may seem like we're in a cage. We go out of the cave every day. We beat the dinosaur over the head and we draw, we drag him back to the cave and feed the family. That's what we do. Now, ultimately, how much capital should you commit to what we got going on here? Well, if you got 5,000 or less, hey, baby, let it roll. Let's go. If you got $1 million, how much would you commit to this? Now, I don't know. you got $1 million, maybe 100,000, maybe 200,000. You know, would I put the whole million in it? I don't think so, because we're not exactly sure. I think when we survived that first 20% download, now I've already survived it. Y'all know my story. I've survived it, but I've never survived it with TQs. It's going to be interesting. I'll just say that. And you can't be weak kneed. Can't be weak kneed. Lord, I mean, we got to be, you got to figure out if you buy into it or not. Are we doing this or we're not doing it? But to me, it's really, really exciting. All right, any questions? What hedge do you survive the 20%? Yeah, MRP, here's the deal. In January of 2020, I closed everything, and the only thing that I did was the Black Swan hedge. There was no short puts, no 111s, no nothing. There was no holding of shares. I went total to the 3-5 Black Swan hedge. But here's what I did do, MRP. And this was what I was nervous about. I did it diagonally. So when I say I did it diagonally, that would mean that I would sell my 3 puts, let's say at 90 days. But then I would buy my 5 long puts, not in the 90-day expiration, but I did them in the 60-day expiration. And my friend and I were talking about it. I said, I'm not sure about this diagonal. Not sure about that. Because what ultimately we wanted to do is start it diagonally. But then eventually, when I could buy longs in the same 90-day expiration with my shorts, when they were cheaper, I would do that and then, keep this going. Never had that opportunity, because when I started building these things, I just put on several of these diagonally. So I would have my long 60 days out, my short puts 90 days out, and never got to buy my what I call replacement longs. So when the market went down, oh my gosh, those things just, let me show you what it looks like, okay? So what that would look like is, let's go to trade. I'll show you diagonal. Yes. So what I would do is I would go out. Let's see what I got here. I would go out here, 2,100, right? So let's say we're going to sell the 2,100 for $3. Then that is at 101 days. And then I go about 70 days, about 30 days in. And what was the thing I did? What I did the 2,100. So we're looking for a 2050. 2050. There's no 2050. But theoretically, you could do this. You could do the same strike, 2,100. Okay. Oh, come on! Cannot struck valid spread. Well, I swear I've done this before. Done this diagonal. Unbelievable. Well, what I would do is I would sell 103 days out, and then I would buy 5 here. And when you do that, well, let's just see what it looks like. Let's go analyze. I want you to see this, because maybe it's the greatest thing I ever did. I don't know. Let's analyze this trade. Analyze trade. All right, so hide positions. Show just ES, not this expiration. I swear, we did that over. Hold on. So now you go back and you go trade. What do we do? 73 days to 2,100. Yep. So we're going to buy this one. And we'll do 5 of those. So let's do a analyze trade here. All right, and then let's move this down to -3. All right, so hide position, single symbol. All right, so how does this look? Y'all check this out. Let's just show you how it looks on a 20% down move. So here's 20% down move. So you do that, look at all of a sudden you're up, $6,500 on this trade. Well, that looks exactly, does this not look exactly the same as a black swan hedge? Right? So then let's just kind of see how much this would cost us. Confirm and see. So this one would give us a credit of $459.54. Credit. Right. How much would it cost us to buy our loans? Let's do that. See, it would cost us $446. Y'all see how sweet this is? So what's this? Minus $446. I would get a credit of $13.54 for putting on a black swan hedge. Now I just paid $300 for one. Here, you're putting it on in a diagonal method, which may be the most brilliant thing that I ever did. Who knows? But for some reason, and even to this day, I can't explain it. Even to this day, I just don't trust it as much as being in the same expiration. But now that I look at this, I go, God, what a great trade. What a stinking great trade. Why would I not do this? Let's see, what are the little negative delta, little negative theta, little negative vega, $296 in buying power. Why would I not do that trade? Isn't that cool? And it worked. That's the thing. When volatility exploded and we went down 35%, this thing just ballooned. And the great thing is I had several of these on. But, you know, my friend was like, see, I told you it'd work. And I go, well, I'll be dang. It sure did. So that's another way of doing it. So that's a diagonal black swan hedge. And it probably is something that we could add to our arsenal. And it's probably something I could put on today. You put that exact same trade on. I'm not sure why I'm not doing it myself. Seems good to me. I mean, you're doing it for credit even. Doing it for credit. Expiration, 2 expirations. You know, you're doing it for credit, right? So regardless of how far you go up in the market, you're going to make $27.50. You make $365 on a 20% down move without the expiration. I mean, that kind of seems like a no-brainer. Just put it on. Why talk about it, Bob? Won't you just think? Yeah, exactly, MRP. You like it first, it's for credit. You know, and who cares that you're on the same stripes? That's even better, right? It's even better than going 2100, 2050. You know, heck, maybe you could even put this up at the 2200. Yeah, probably mess it up now. So then you'll have to do it for a debit, but you know, keep it at that 2100, do it diagonally. It's a sweet little trade. Now, if you want to try one of those, you know, it's your first time trying one, try doing that in the micros and call it a micro, you know, black swan hedge. But that's all that I had on. I only had diagonal black swan hedges. I never had the longs in the same expiration as the shorts. And I've told you, you know, you probably get tired of it. I was at 208% sitting in my podiatrist office. And him going, I bet you lost a lot of money. And I'm like, oh, I bet it didn't. You won't believe this, Doc. So, anyway, but my doctor thinks I'm insane. Anyway, I go to my doctor yesterday, right? And I was telling him, you know, he saw my Alabama shirt I was wearing. He said, boy, y'all did good. Yeah. I go, da, da, da. And we got to talking about, you know, I was teaching classes there. But he looked at me like, there is no way you're teaching classes at Alabama. I mean, everybody just thinks I don't know what I'm doing. So that's fine. That's because thinks it's because I wear camouflage, because of my beard and my unkemptness on my hair. That's fine. That's fine. And I'm on antipsychotic. He knows all the antipsychotic medications. So you go, surely God, they wouldn't let you teach anybody. Well, believe it or not, they do. All right, guys. Good session today. Y'all have a good day. I will see y'all tomorrow.